Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. What is it, my son? It's been about 4 months since my last video. Okay, so the last time we let off, we were working on the chicken coop, which we do have the chickens all in the coop now. And I had said about we were gonna have some new animals coming out to the ranch, and well, summer kind of got busy. Things got a little hectic there for a while. We had some good stuff happen, some bad stuff happen. I do have my kids here full time now instead of just visiting for the summer, so that's good news. We lost a dog this summer. That was pretty rough. Just not too awful long ago. In fact, it was, I should say, this fall. But anyway, I'll kind of introduce you to two of the new animals that we have. We got them just right after we did the last video, and we just haven't been able to update or anything. But this is what we got. That is Spamela, and that over there is Arnold. And I don't know what the heck she's eating, but it sure as heck doesn't look good. What are you doing? So, that is Spamela Anderson right there. And over there is Arnold Porksenegger. He just likes to lay there on his mound of dirt. They've decided to just go poop in their house so they don't ever go into it. Which kind of sucks because it's really cold out. But we've also been fighting with the BLM lease cows that keep coming out here. They've gotten quite a bit of our hay again this year, and they've torn down our goat pen and did a bunch of different stuff. Tore up quite a bit of stuff out here that I guess nobody wants to do anything about it. We've tried to talk to the BLM. Some of the cows were pretty well starved. The rancher that owns them doesn't really give a crap, so we even called him and he just kind of said, oh well, whatever. He did end up having to come get them because the BLM said that you have to come get them. But we had been working on the corral pens. I still need to get a little bit more done on that, finish it all up. I built sheep pens over by the chicken coop. We have the guinea hens in the old chicken coop that we had moved out here. And here's a quick look at the sheep pens. There's the two rams. started building them a little house. They don't really want to go into it. They just more or less kick on it and scratch on it. Here's where the ewes, and of course we got a goat in here because for some odd reason she gets along better with the sheep than the other goats. So there's the chicken coops. We have a lot more chickens now, plus 3 guinea hens. We did have 4, one did not make it. A couple of the chickens, we let them out during the day. They go back into the coop at night. They do have it used up pretty good in there. It's got a lot of straw and a lot of crap in there. I need to clean it out again. A couple of turkeys. We had got 4 of them. We did process one of them for Thanksgiving. It was pretty good. Some more of the chickens laying around, playing in the dirt. And then, of course, we've got another animal that I'm really happy to have. We had met this guy a little while back. We went and got a horse-drawn cart from a lady. And she had a mule that she said she was probably going to end up having to sell. And we thought about it, and we thought we would probably do it, but we weren't too sure. And well, next thing you know, she sold him to somebody. So they used him for packing. Well, he's a little bit soft hoofed and didn't work out too well for him. And they contacted that lady back, and she got a hold of us and said we could probably get a hold of him if we wanted him. So we worked out something and went up and got him, and that's him. His name is Big Ben. He's 18.4 hands high. I'm 5'8", and his rump is taller than me. He is Mammoth Jack and Tennessee walking horse. And a very, very gentle animal. Right now I'm working on burning off some trash. Got what's left over of an old camper that I'm burning out. There's the frame of it. It was an old aluminum trailer whenever we bought the place. We completely tore it down. Had some guys come out and tear it down for me. Haven't had much time. They scrapped all the aluminum and threw all the wood in a burn pit, so I'm trying to get all that burn off today. And I was saying earlier about the corrals. I got quite a bit of those done. I still need to make about 3 more gates. I need some more top rails and string the cable for the rest of it. The one pen is done, and we have the steer in. I'll be giving him nothing but corn starting next month. We're probably going to be taking the pigs in at that time as well. Have them butchered out at the same time. Yeah, I know it sounds all well and good, you know, to do it all myself, but I don't have the time or the facilities, so to speak, to try to process my own animals right now. So there's a guy that isn't too awful far away from here that can do it, and he does a pretty good job. So also got something else. Been trying to acquire some implements, and you guys all saw whenever we brought Bonnie out here, you guys all got to see the fertilizer distributor being hauled out here at the same time, and I did a video on it. The McCormick number 7 fertilizer distributor, which I'll also be using as a seeder as soon as I can get out there and get it planted. I was waiting on a few things. One thing I was waiting on, I did finally get. It was on the property next to us, and the people that bought it, I talked to them, and they were okay with it. Getting rid of it. I don't know if my tractor will pull it, but we'll get something figured out. That disc right there, it is massive, very heavy. I did carry it over using Clyde. I just wrapped a chain onto it and picked it up and brought it over, but it is a big one, very big. So I'm hoping I could still use it, just won't be able to dig very deep. It does have hydraulic cylinder on it, you know, to set your depth, and I can use the belly pump of the tractor for that. It does need some hydraulic hoses, a little bit of maintenance. It's been sitting over there for a long time. They used it on a motorcycle track. And I acquired this. This was given to me by my landlord from the house I live in till we get our house built out here. It's an old John Deere manure spreader. Not in bad shape. He used it in the pasture behind my house, and he finally gave up. He said, "I'm not spreading any more manure." He said, "Every time I spread manure, I get a lot of morning glory out there," and he said he doesn't really feel like reseeding his pasture, so he's trying to cut back on the morning glory. It still works. I guess there's a bearing that's locked up somewhere, he said. I towed it out here with my excursion. I don't know if you can read that, but it's a Model R Series 1 John Deere. Like I said, everything seems to work from what I can tell anyway. I got to go through it and check it all out, but fairly decent tires on it. The old spoke wheels. Had to cut a lot of baling twine out of the beater bars, but that's to be expected. And here is the pen. This is that corner post that I had last set, and everything's done except for top rails and gates and cable. As you can see, there's Bonnie in the background. I've got an old storefront canopy somebody gave me. I'm going to use that in a goat pen to give the goats something to kind of lay in under. I think it'll work out pretty good. There's the spool of cable. The guy that brought me the canopy brought me a door. And I think I'm going to use that on the cabin for one of the doors. It's all rickety. This one's not great, but it's a solid door, so it ought to work. And I got another one at the house to fix the main door of the cabin. There's the rest of the pen. I got all the posts are done. And then I also was working on building the gate earlier this summer. I was building the gate for his pen. How you doing, Boo? This is what I come up with. Made the hinge pins and the hinge plates. Hinge plates are 3" by 1/4 inch, and I just heated it up with the torch, curled it around and welded it. And then the hinge pins are 3/4 inch, all thread and round bar, welded up, fully adjustable, just in case I get gate sag. It's 3 2x6s tall. Put a plate on there, kind of reinforce the post. I made a little gate latch, slides up and then slides back. You see the pin there. Altogether there's 30 some bolts holding it together. I cut the plates, the hinge plates, they go clear back into here, but all those bolts run right through that plate, holding everything together. Worked out pretty good. Seems to be pretty stout. He's leaned against it a few times and it didn't really affect it, so. And he's a pretty good sized boy. Aren't you, Boo?